Okay, Kevin coming at you again today with another in the Pathfinder Learning Center admin series, I guess it's going to be. My buddy Sean over at Corporal's Corner, he put up a post today. He's also an admin there, by the way. Uh, Today about just a reminder to follow the rules, so on and so forth. And it drew some comments, and my PMs have been lighting up for clarifications on the rules today. That's what this whole admin series was for, because somebody said, well, why don't you make a YouTube series on explaining the rules? Which I did, and nobody watched. So here we go once again. This is kind of going to be a recap. Why don't we allow photographs and links to websites and so on and so forth that the poster does not own? A lot of us just to get rid of clutter. Some of us to get rid of advertising. Some of it's to get rid of content that we don't necessarily want on the Learning Center, because some of the stuff that people link to is unverified, and it's basically internet stuff. And the whole idea of the Learning Center is to get out and discover how to do things on your own. So that's basically why we don't allow that stuff. And of course, there's always the folks who are going, well, what if I do it this way? What if I do it this way? Well, we spend way too much time trying to get around the rules other than just following the rules. So here we go. The rules are simple. If you read them, don't read them with the view that I'm going to try to figure out a way to get around these rules. Some of the comments we get on people who get muted and so on and so forth, which, by the way, is a very small percentage of the subscribers. We got over 18,000 subscribers on that group. And quite frankly, it's the same folks over and over again who can't play by the rules. And those folks always come back and go, well, I was singled out. And I usually answer that with, well, then you were singled out along with the other 14 or 15 things that got admined on the Learning Center today. So I don't know how that's singling out. So you're not being singled out. We're not infringing on your First Amendment rights, because I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but if you'll go back and read historical context on the Bill of Rights, you'll find out that the First Amendment was all about protecting your right to speech against the government. It never meant you were supposed to say and do anything you ever want to, anywhere you want to, so on and so forth. And we subscribe to the old view of the First Amendment. If you're talking against the government, number one, we don't allow politics, and number two, you're not getting your freedom of speech infringed upon just because we delete a comment or mute you or so on and so forth. That's just one of the possible things that happens if you break the rules. And that being said, I'll go into this. What happens if you do break the rules? Number one, maybe nothing. We get about 30,000 posts and comments every month, and there's only a few admins, so some things are going to slip through the cracks. You might get away with it. All right. You might just get a little frowny face on it. Okay. That tells you that an admin doesn't like it. You probably ought to go back and edit whatever's wrong in it. You might just get your post deleted or your comment deleted. You might get a mute. And a mute is not a ban. It's not the same thing. Okay. A mute means that you can't comment or post for a set amount of time. It could be 12 hours, 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days, could be anything. It depends on the severity of the infraction, I guess you want to say. That being said, if it's bad enough, you might get banned. Banning means that you can't find the group on Facebook. If you do, you're kicked out and you can't do it. If you do a search on Facebook, the group won't come back up. And that goes for any of the groups that are admin by me, and it's not just Pathfinder groups, it's several groups. It's also the other admins might be doing it. Now, I realize that I am the most vocal admin. I remind y'all to follow the rules a lot, but I'm not the only admin. And here's the short story. If you get some admin action against you in the group, it's because you broke a rule. It's not because we don't like you. It's not because we're singling you out. It's not because we're infringing on your First Amendment rights. That being said, the The biggest excuses are, I was just answering a question. There is no exemption in the rules for answering a question. There is no exemption in the rules because Dave Canterbury liked my post. Doesn't matter. The admins are the jerks, so Dave doesn't have to be. And with all that being said, don't try to find your way around the rules. Just play by the rules, and we'll all get along fine. This group is meant for everyone to have a good time, and with a whole bunch of disruptive posts or look at me, you don't be the kid in the back where the teacher goes, any questions, and you're the one holding the poster board up in the back going, pick me. Okay, that's what the colored backgrounds in the show me and the look at me posts are about. Just make it enjoyable for everybody's learning. And that's all I've got to say today. Have a good one. Talk to you later. See y'all in the woods. By the way, if you get a mute, be a perfect time to go out and get some dirt time. See y'all later.